Phil, get a movie off your chest.
Well, today I'd like to talk about The Jerk, made in 1979, starring Steve Martin.
Well, if this is out there, think how much more is out there. This is the kind of music that tells me to go out there and be somebody. But Nathan.
Let him go.
It's just a classic comedy that really sparked my desire to get into comedy.
Yeah, I love it. When did you first watch it?
So I saw a bunch of Steve. I've always been a Steve Martin fan, and growing up, our family, family films that you have. A couple of them were like The Three Amigos and Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Great.
So I kind of saw those first, and then I became aware of The Jerk's existence later, and it blew my mind. I was like, oh my God, this is the best thing I've ever seen. Because it's just silly.
Yeah.
It's like a fun, silly, stupid movie with that kind of humor, which was just spoke to me.
Yeah, outrageous. For those who haven't seen it, because I feel like a lot of people who are watching this would not have seen The Jerk.
Oh, really? Oh,
I mean, I hope they have, but if they haven't,
if you haven't,
it's Steve Martin, and the opening line, I believe, is "I was raised a little brown boy."
I was raised a poor black child.
I was born a poor black child.
Yeah.
So he was adopted. And the whole story is about how he feels like he doesn't fit in. So he goes, it's a rags to riches story. And so he escapes to the big city to try and make his fortune. And all through the movie, he's sending money home to his mum and dad. And it's about his adventures.
I know it's out there.
It's out there, all right. And if you catch it, see a doctor and get rid of it.
See a doctor and get rid of it.
Good luck.
Lord loves a working man. Don't trust Whitey. See a doctor and get rid of it. Bye, Grandma.
Steve Martin wrote the screenplay with, I think, Carl Gottlieb. And a lot of it was based around his stand-up. I think it's been said that you could chop that movie up into just little bits
Vignettes
of him. And you can. But it's so great as a whole.
Is this the perfect script?
Look, to me, it's one of the perfect scripts, particularly because it's another thing that inspired me was the fact that he'd never written a screenplay before. So, he just sort of had a crack. And I think their number one goal was to have a joke on every page. And they totally succeeded in that realm. But I think structure-wise, they sort of just pieced it together. And I think with an experienced director coming in like Carl Rahnee, he was able to sort of give it a bit more structure. But it's pretty close to it's up there. It's one of the best comedy film scripts, I think.
I've heard Steve Martin speaking about his car rides to set with Carl Reiner and the way in which they kind of just like existed to crack each other up with jokes for this film. Like little jokes that you miss in the film, like him stepping on the ukulele when he stands up, and like all of these little bits that we miss, but cracked them up.
Yeah.
As a screenwriter, as a collaborator, do you feel like you've come across that in your collaboration, this existence where you just are trying to make each other laugh?
Oh yeah, for sure. And if you can capture that, there's always a thing like, what it's like, you're at the pub with your friends and you're cracking each other up. But it's all about context, right? So if you can transport that context onto the page and onto screen, then you're doing very well. So that's always the trick is, joking around with your friends, coming up with stuff. But always having that thing of like, oh, this would be great. Oh, I can see how we do this. So if you've got that switched on, you can do it.
Yeah. Do you feel like you're always mining for that?
A little bit, yeah. I like to, jot things down. Like if I hear of a funny idea or concept or line or see something when I'm out and about, I try and, when I remember, jot it down for later. Sometimes it doesn't always work, but other times it's great to have up your sleeve when you're writing and you need something.
Do you feel like the things that made you laugh as a kid or when you first watched The Jerk still make you laugh? Or have you seen your humour kind of evolve?
I think both. Yeah. I mean, absolutely. It still makes me laugh. Like that film, I can go after this, I'll probably go and watch it. Because we just talked about it. But and I'll still love it. It's like it's like comfort food. It's like your favorite blanket. It's like, I watch it because I know that funny scene's coming. I love it every time. Like the bit, for example, like there's a bit when he proposes to his girlfriend, played by Bernadette Peters, and he's in the bath with his dog, Shithead,
Not you, shithead. Where's Marie?
and she's writing him a note, like basically a "Dear John, I'm leaving you" note. And she leaves, and he gets out of the bath and finds the note. It's all, waterlogged. And then, so he's nude, and he runs out the front to look for her, and he picks up Shithead, the dog, covering himself on the front, and then he picks up this other tiny little dog and puts it on his butt. And so he's running around like nude with these two dogs,
It's so good.
covering himself. It's just a great visual gag, and I don't know why, but it cracks me up every time.
I was trying to put my finger on why it's okay in that movie, because the synopsis on a page is kind of scary and maybe by today's standards not PC.
Oh yeah, there's some problematic parts to it.
But for some reason it's fine, and even like pure. There's like an innocence to Steve Martin.
He hates these cans. Stay away from the cans. Die, gas pupper. I gotta get away from those cans. Those cans in there too.
And
Yeah.
that's what I love about it too, and I love that character. And in general, I love comedic characters who are completely unaware of their own flaws and why they are the way they are. To them, this is how I live my life, and my life is normal. But to us, they're absurd, and that's what I love about that style of comedy, is like playing absurdity super straight and completely believing it. And the gap in there between that and the actual real world is what's funny.
As somebody surrounded by comedy, you're a writer, you're an actor, do you get sick of comedy as a genre?
I don't get sick of it. I don't think I get sick of it. If it's good, it makes me laugh.
Mhm.
I mean, there's a lot of rubbish out there. Well, I should qualify that. There's a lot of stuff that I don't find funny, which is
Mhm.
probably just not my sense of humor, but a lot of
Mhm.
other people do,
Mhm.
and that's fine. It's just a taste thing. But now and then it's nice to cleanse the palate with a drama or something. So,
Nice. Have you
I don't
watched any dramas recently?
um, film-wise, I watched. What did I see? What's the one with? Sorry, mental blank.
Fine, Hamnet.
Sean Penn and Leonardo DiCaprio, and
One Battle After Another.
One Battle After Another. Yeah, it's probably the last film I saw, and I
Brilliant.
really enjoyed it. Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah,
So,
incredible.
yeah,
And Teyana Taylor's like pregnant and like shooting the
Yeah.
incredible.
so many amazing things. And that shot, the end shot when the
Yeah.
car chase.
Yeah.
Apparently, that wasn't really scripted. I was reading an article the other day that said that he had a vague idea of what he wanted to do.
Mhm.
It wasn't on the page. So they just got in the car and started filming and put it together. But it's so cool the way the road rises and falls. He found this great strip of highway apparently and decided to set it all around that really cool location. So I love stories like that.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I think I would be remiss not to ask you while you're here about Moody Christmas, because this is something I watch with my family every year on Christmas. In the world of streaming, is it kind of bizarre to have this thing live on so far past out of its production date?
Mm. It was weird at first, but now we're so used to streaming that it's great.
Yeah.
Like I'm so glad that it's been able to find new audiences and people are coming to it. And also, particularly A Moody Christmas, it's because it is about that time of year. It's great that people can go back and watch it at that time of year when you're in the, when it's the season, when you're in the mood for it. So I think it's great that it's had a second life that
It's
way.
perfect. In my opinion, perfect script.
Yeah.
I know
Oh,
you.
stop. I mean, keep going if you want.
Well, it's just also like that thing of, when media is like so hyper specific that it becomes universal.
Mm.
Because I feel like there's this, I don't know, like desire to like reach everyone and then kind of say nothing and it's diluted. But Moody Christmas is like so specific, and yet everyone has their uncle that gives them directions, and like everybody has like those awkward strangers that come on Christmas lunch, and it's just perfect.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we wanted to do, is just make it something that's relatable. And I mean, the original pitch for that show was I really just wanted to make a show that was set a year apart. Each episode was a year apart, because I thought it would be a cool way to tell a story.
Yeah.
And then we thought, well, Christmas is once a year. Let's set it all at Christmas. And it's about a family who comes together, and so many people can relate to that.
Yeah.
So that's where that came from. And yeah, the uncle, and I have so many people who've come up to me and said, the uncle's me, right? You based that on me. I'm like, actually, no, but like everyone has that uncle or that father or something. So, so I'm glad it struck a chord with you. Thank you.
It does, and it continues annually just to strike.
Oh, great. Yeah. We don't have much Christmas fare in this country, really, because it's out of rating season. So
Yeah, basically
too short.
none.
So so it's good that it gets a run issue.
It's amazing. Phil, thank you so much for coming on Curtain Call.
It was a pleasure. Thanks for having me.